Unknown day.
Man know it.
No man.
Only 2 dates he said in Matthew 24. AD 70. And then the other date he says is unknown to who? To who? To you.
To you. To man.
To you. But he said the Father knows.
But you don't know.
But you don't know. So the only date setter that's qualified to set dates is the Lord Jesus Christ. So we've been talking on the subject called end time signs. All right, land from divine, the second coming of Jesus Christ. What shall be the sign of the end? Verse number 3. All right. He says, verse number 6. What?
And you shall hear wars and rumors of wars.
But
see you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
All right, verse number 3. What shall be the sign of the end? The sign of the end is going to be deception. False preachers. You're going to be hearing about rumors of wars and pestilence and phantoms. All these deceptions. They gonna rush you. They gonna just raise your emotions. Amen. Wall.
Amen.
They gonna get the best of you. You're gonna be believing all of that. But he says, even with all of that, he says in verse number 6, the declaw, but the end is not, even though you see the rumors, of wars and all that, he said the end is not yet. Drop down to verse number 13, the declaw, he says, but he that shall endure how long?
Until the end.
Until the end. Drop down to verse number 14. What did he say about the end then?
And then shall the end come.
And then shall the end come. Drop down to verse number 31, the C clause. What do you say about the end in that verse?
And his trumpet, and they shall gather.
Come on.
31. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet. They shall gather together his elect, and the four winds from one end of heaven unto the other.
All right, from one end
to the other.
To the other. He talks about the four winds, north, south, east. He talks about the four directions. God is angry with this world in 4 directions, north, south, east, and west. It ain't nothing but a mess from one end to the other. Amen. Walls. Now, verse number 3, and shall be the sign of thy coming. Verse number 5, for many shall what? Come. All right. Verse number 6, for all these things must come
to pass.
Verse number 14, and then shall what?
The end come.
Verse number 27.
All right.
Come on.
27. He says, for the lightning coming out of the east and shining even unto the west, so shall the coming of the Son of Man.
All right. So when shall the end come? He says, don't lightning travel from what to what? Read it again. From what to what?
From east to west.
From east to west. He said, I'm going to give you a lightning sign. Amen. Wow. He said, you know the end is coming when, just like you already know that lightning travel from east to west, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. Number 30. And they shall what?
And then shall appear.
How can we know that the second coming is the second coming? He said, you'll know because you're what? 30? You'll see me, right? And they shall see the Son of Man what?
In heaven.
Coming.
I shall see them coming in the clouds of heaven.
All right, you're going to see me.
Power and great glory.
Riding in the clouds.
With power.
37 says what?
All right, 37 says, but as the days of Noah was, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be.
All right. So shall also, no different. Now, but what's the point, though? Get the point, though. The point is this. When the flood came, they were what? Unprepared.
Unprepared.
Yeah.
When I come back, it's going to be just like Noah. They ain't going to be looking for me.
They ain't going to be looking for you.
All right? They ain't going to be looking for me when I come. So, what's the answer? What should we do? Look at 43.
All right, but now this. that if the good man of the house should have known, if the watch the thief would come, he would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken.
43, he tells us how he gonna come.
Uh-huh.
I'm coming like a thief.
In the night.
I'm coming. Do you know what time? Now, the thief do strike in the daytime, man. You strike it just at night, exclusively, but he don't care. He'll still rest while you're looking, amen, Bob. It took me, I was looking at the YouTube program, and this one with brother. It was a Hispanic lady. I guess he had some type of alarm on his car, and she didn't even know she was all in his car, just going through everything. He just standing there. And then, man, what are you doing in my car? And all of a sudden, she couldn't speak English. Me don't speak English. He said, you gonna speak some now. What are you in my car for? That lady was a thief, amen, Wall.
Amen.
The man could be symbolized like Jesus. He came when the lady, the thief, was not expected, amen, Wall. And so Jesus is going to come back when we are not expecting. 44 says what? 44,
you said, wherefore be also ready. And for in such hour as you think not, the Son of Man come.
Now, look at the attitude of the church 48. What's the attitude towards Jesus' second coming? Because some of us have this attitude. What's the attitude?
But, and if that evil servant shall say in his heart, my Lord, the name
don't go no further. What's the attitude? Oh, he ain't coming back.
He ain't coming.
He ain't came back in 2,000 years.
Yeah, he ain't coming back.
He ain't coming. He ain't coming back. So let's just get it on, me and Mrs. Jones. Because he ain't coming back, amen, Wall.
Amen.
I've been waiting and he ain't came back. So that's the attitude. Now I want to close with 51. 51 says what?
51.
And shall cut him asunder and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gnashing of the teeth.
Now, so verse 51 tell you who he coming back for. That's all I was trying to get to. Who is he coming back for?
The hypocrites.
He coming back for the hypocrites.
That's it.
Are any hypocrites in the church? You better know it. You better know that the devil got his tares mixed
in the church
with the wheat. And you can't tell the tare from the wheat. But he said, I'm coming back and I'm going to get all those hypocrites that the devil planted in the church. You know, God don't plant no hypocrites in the church. And let me tell you something, the older I get, I believe that ain't nothing impossible with God. He says, for the elect's sake. Now, the elect is the church. It's chosen. It's peculiar. It's chosen generation. Let me tell you something what I believe. And you can believe him, believe whatever you want to. Look, I didn't have nothing to do with following Jesus Christ. I didn't call him. He called me. All right? And let me tell you something. He put me in his hand, and I believe exactly what Jesus said. And you can tell me about my sins all you want to, but I believe exactly what he said. He said, no man can pluck you
out of my hand.
Out of my hand.
Amen.
Now, you believe whatever you want to, but I believe that I have been put in his hand, and yes, I do sin from time to time. But even with that, no man can pluck my soul and my spirit out of the hands of Jesus. That's very important.
Hebrews 6, yeah.
Because you got some folks saying that
Hebrews
if you,
6, yeah.
you got to act right all of the way. You got to be